Welcome back, my friends. Let's watch this video all together as I explain the topic of death. The most spiritual topic. By the way, let's deep dive into this and let's see what I can come up with, what rabbits I can pull out of the hat as it relates to this topic of death. I have not chosen the title yet, whatever the title is. That's going to be fantastic. Let's see, death. Okay, well, death is coming to me now, okay? And it has been coming all my life, yet I didn't see it. Honestly, truthfully, if I'm really being honest with you, when I first started meditating and people started talking about death, I always thought some part of my mind was like, okay, everyone dies and I guess I'm a human being and I'm prone to death, but maybe I'm not going to die. Maybe I'm going to choose not to die. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So my body inevitably is going to have to be shed. That's what we call dying, okay? But I don't want that to happen, at least yet. Why? Because I want to explore all the sensual pleasures of life. I don't want to leave my body yet because I feel like really I haven't lived. I haven't built my own home. I haven't had a family and children. I haven't built, a successful empire. I haven't created the conditions ripe enough so that my family lineage will live on for many lifetimes. Not only the small family lineage like my son or my daughter, that's irrelevant, but like Sadhguru's family lineage, which his legacy is going to live on for thousands of years. It's inevitable, okay? It's inevitable. So that's the last thing I want to do and explore here, is to really create something that will last an eternity. Well, eternity is not correct to say, of course, but if something lives 100 years or more, might as well be an eternity for you. Why? Because you're so small in terms of the timescape here. Let me remind you now, okay, my friends? Let's remind ourselves, also this is good for me, that we are all going to die and pass away. Die is not the right word. It doesn't feel right in this context. Pass away. You're going to pass away. You're going to pass on. What does that mean? What does it mean? Well, if things ended here, you would be going somewhere else. That's why yogis say, okay, I'm going to leave. Yes, you do leave and you go somewhere else. That's what's going to happen. So we will all pass away and pass on, and that's very tragic and sad. Not really, okay? It's not tragic and sad if you've lived a full life, I'm guessing here. Okay, I haven't lived a full life here yet, but I'm just imagining. And if you're 98 years old and your body's hurting and life comes to you or death comes to you and says, hey buddy, you want to go? You're probably like, yeah, this is a good time, let's go. But if the lifespan was 1,000 years, you're 98, no, I don't want to go. This is kind of like how I am now, all right? Let me just sit down here, close my eyes, meditate for a little bit, drink some water, and see what else I can contemplate here for you and how I can change your life. Stay tuned, okay? I promise you, life-changing transformation is coming your way if you hear me up until this point. Shiva Shambho. Okay, let's talk for real now, right? Entertaining aspects of the video are over. Let's get real, let's get serious. Open your eyes. It's a quote from the Batman movie, the recent one. I love that movie. All right. Man, the Buddha said, if you look back into your lives that you've lived in existence, and the amount of bones that have been dropped by you, if they were all combined into a pile, it would be far more than all the mountains combined on planet Earth. It would be the tallest mountain. He also says, the amount of tears and also blood, let's just talk about tears. The amount of tears that you've shed being alive in existence, if you couple all the tears and fill it up into a little pot or something, it'll be more vast than the oceans. It's more than that. The amount of blood that you've shed also is far more than the current ocean on this planet. And I've never understood this next thing I'm going to share with you, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Buddha says something along the lines of, if you look back into your family lineage, and you say, this is my mother, this is my mother's mother, this is my mother's mother's mother, you basically can go on to infinity, because it doesn't end here. Your origin doesn't have a beginning or doesn't have an end. That's a little bit outside of my... I still don't know what the Buddha meant, or there's a few other things like... Anyways, leaving this topic aside. The Buddha talked about death quite often, and he suggested for you to investigate your own body and your own mortality every day, every day. What does that mean? He gave this meditation. Okay, I'm going to give this to you now. Here we go. Investigate yourself as a skeleton. See your body actually for what it is, which is a skeleton, wrapped up in veins and has blood flowing through. Attach some muscles on it and wrap it around in skin. That's what you are here. There's a beautiful little human being right there. You glue some head hair on top, maybe put some body hair on it, nails, teeth, and skin. Fantastic. You're good to go. Next on the assembly line here on planet Earth. All right. The Venerable Ajahn Chah of the Thai forest tradition, a Buddhist monk, enlightened and perfectly purified. He said that, and it always stuck with me, this still sticks with me. He says that you, right there, you, okay, you're out there in the world desiring things, wanting things, going, chasing things, thinking, oh, if I do this and it'll give me that, or if I do that, it'll give me this, or if I'm not going to do this, it'll give me that. Always the desiring process on, always seeking something new. You're inevitably going to soak in the womb. He said this, okay? You're going to soak. That's all that you want to do is just go back in and soak. Do you want to soak? No, I don't. I have glimpses. I remember the time that I was in my mother's womb, okay? And I remember that as a traumatic process. When I gained a little bit of consciousness and my body kind of started feeling things, oh my God, I'm in a bath of liquid, it's hot, and I'm inside someone's stomach. You want to go and do that again? No, you don't, buddy, okay? Trust me, no, you don't. So how? How do you end this? How do you fix this? Well, you have to stop suffering, first and foremost, because ultimately you're desiring another body because you can't see things clearly. You're suffering, which means to say that you're suffering, which means to say that inevitably you're going to soak in the womb once again. Not for me, not me. So what will happen to me after I die? That is going to be the exact title of this video. What will happen to me after I die? Quite frankly, I don't know. Let's just start there. I don't know. I have some clues, all right? One thing for sure is not going to happen is I'm not going to die unconsciously, or I'm going to die consciously, okay? Even if the life process ends right now by some miracle, some asteroid hits me and poof, I vanish, that will be a conscious process, meaning after I shed, okay, all right, now, oh, I got what is happening here, this, my little corpse here, it's time to do whatever I need to do, all right? Why? Because I'm 100% conscious of my own everyday life and activity. Let me paraphrase this. Let me say this once again for all of you viewers out there. I am 100% conscious. Meaning what? Meaning, from the moment I wake up to the moment I am dead, asleep, I am aware of what I'm doing. There isn't a single moment where I'm lost in delusion or my mind is taken over me or I'm really inside of my emotions or whatever else, like that was happening before. I'm 100% conscious of what is happening here. Similarly, it can only mean that once I pass away, I will be conscious. Hey, I'm conscious, all right? So hopefully, I'm praying to the existence that doesn't happen, meaning I don't accidentally lose my body just spontaneously. I don't want that. We'll see what actions I've sown for myself. Maybe that's going to happen. What I do want to happen, what I will make happen, is this will become my choice. This will be my choice. Meaning, at 80, 90, or 100 years of age, I will choose for myself and I will decide, hey, it's time to go. And I will go. Consciously, all right? Like leaving a pair of clothes or just shedding a robe. Oh, time to shed this robe, time to go in the shower. Just like that. Or I might choose, hey, I'm going to live out until my very last breath. Whatever the software inside of me has decided how much I have to live, that's how much I will live. Kind of like what the Buddha did. So why? Because I don't want to spend a single precious moment of helping all of you. Helping the beings of this earth and of this entire existence in general. But right now, I'm focused mainly on planet Earth. So I will, teach until my very last moment, or contribute to life's advancement until the very last moment, and then life will just recede. That's also a possibility, but that's not really, really cool. It's really cool to exit through Mahasamadhi, which is what I want to do. By the way, side note, side tangent, I'm going a little bit off course, off the road here, and then I'll come back on the main highway, and we'll keep going, all right? This beautiful master, monk, name was Ajahn Mun, A-J-A-N space M-U-N. Look him up on Google, just a picture, that's all you need, just a picture. You see that man, you look at that man, well, coupled with the stories that have gone by him, wow, what an incredibly fierce man. Fierce. Fierce meaning, oof, that's as intense and as scary as it gets. That man has said, and he's told this to his monks, he said that aliens, or not aliens, but angels come to visit him. Meaning he would sit in his little cabin in the woods in Thailand. And then angels would travel very far distances and come and, energetically of course, sit in front of him and basically listen to his discourse or see what they can get out of him. And he would do this for some time, and then they would leave. And I thought, wow, that's fascinating. And that happened to me once, recently. I was here in this ashram, this yoga space. And energetically, on a non-physical level, these little divine beings, we'll call them. They're not really divine beings, but yeah, they are, I don't know. They don't have a physical body, and they're not, they're pure energy, but they're still just as confused as you and I. Just in the universe, somehow they manage to incarnate in this way or live in this way, but still, they don't really know what's going on. They have an extreme level of peace and happiness. Anything that you can't even compare. It's not even comparable to you. Okay, why? Because you're walking, you have a human earth body, very dense and coarse. You stub your toe, forget about your little piece. Your body is in the way, all right? They don't have that. It's basically constant peace and constant happiness. But still, that's not forever. They die also. And, 4 of them came. And it wasn't anything like, I'm going to teach some little thing. Oh, I have some wise things to share. No, it's not like this. They just came. I'm like, oh, there's something here, obviously. And then I saw they were receptive to my energy. And then I just gave them certain things, energy-wise, here. And then they responded to it favorably. And that's about it. And then they left. And I was like, wow. So now I understand what Ajahn Mun kind of had to go through. Or I'm becoming like him. I always wanted to. These ancient masters and sages, particularly this Ajahn Mun and also Sadhguru. These are my two, and Venerable Ajahn, Webu Sayadaw. He's a Burmese monk. He took up the practice of not sitting down when he sleeps. Sorry, no. So the Buddha, let me give you some context. Let me clear the slate. Let me clear the blackboard. The Buddha gave 10 austerities alongside whatever austerities the monks already practice, to really dig into themselves and really get the nastiness out of you for you to become purified and enlightened faster. What does this mean? Like, for example, the Buddha said one of the 10, I can't remember all 10 of them, but maybe in the future I will talk to you about this. One of them is like, you can only eat out of one bowl. Only have one bowl, whatever rice and milk and curry and ice cream and salty food that people give you, that's all going in there. That's what you're eating out of it. Only one, not a little two like little you have. No, one thing. It's basically a whole soup that you're eating. That's one way. Second austerity, you live in the woods. Most monks already do that. Third austerity, you only wear one set of robes. Only one pair of robes, and you got to wash it somehow or something like this. That's another austerity. Fourth set of austerities is living in the cremation ground. All right, you live where the people are getting cremated. Fifth austerity is living under a tree. All right, so maybe you can build a little bit of a, make sure things don't get rained on. I'm not sure what the rules are, but you live under a tree. Hey, you want to go live under a tree? Go. Fifth or sixth austerity is this one that Webu Sayadaw practiced is not laying down to sleep. Either sleeping in a sitting posture or sleeping in a standing posture if that's possible. But never lying down. Can you imagine that? Maybe if you're in a subway or something and you're exhausted and you go, huh? Huh? Okay, very uncomfortable. Or, imagine sleeping on a plane. You sleep like 2, 3, 4 hours. Forget about it. You have to lie down. But the Buddha said, hey, this is an option, by the way. This is optional. This is not mandatory. If you really want to pierce into yourself, you gotta try these things. So Webu Sayadaw took up this practice when he first became a monk, and he never stopped since. So he always slept sitting up. I don't know how, maybe against the wall, and he would sleep like this. It's crazy, okay? It's crazy. It's utter madness and craziness. Don't do this. But why these all little austerities? Buddy, go sleep under a tree once. One day, all right? See how it works. See how it happens. It's not easy. If you sleep under a tree, things are going to get very hard. You're going to be thinking, why am I sleeping here? What am I doing? Poor little me. Oh, little me. I'm going to cry about little me. Oh, no, I'm a little bit cold. Oh, no, little mosquitoes are coming at me. Oh, no, I should be so... Oh, no, people treated me wrong. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. All these little oh no's, that's where wisdom can be gained. All right? So please, go dig into yourself in these ways. I'm following two of the austerities. I'm eating one bowl. I have one bowl I basically eat all my food out of. Just as a yogic practice. Not because it's an austerity. Because I like it this way. And this is my past lives also. I was a Buddhist monk in my past lives, and this is how it is. So I'm very comfortable in this way. And also living in the forest is also something you can't keep me out of doing. Buddy, I need to live in the forest. Either you live in a nature place, nice and peaceful, or you live in a chaotic place, which is basically most of the humans are living. Okay? Those are the two options. Okay? What are you doing? By the way, you want to come here to the New Zealand ashram, come and enjoy your life. All right? Next. Another thing that's for sure going to be done by me is death is going to be an enjoyable process for me. Death is not going to be painful. Death is not going to be me screaming or crying or begging God for forgiveness like some of you are going to underface and go through. I guarantee you, my friends, if life knocks on your door today, all of the actions that you've done in the past up until this point is all going to instantaneously rise to the surface. Not to say that you're going to remember, yes, the most grossest, coarse actions you've done, maybe like 2 or 3, are instantly going to come to the forefront of your mind. Either you're going to resolve it then and there, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, or that's going to be pulling you into the next life, into the next rebirth, which that's what happens, okay? So for me, if this happened today, for sure, all the intensity would rise up because that's what happens. Death is intense. If it's not at an appropriate time. But the very last second, okay, let's go into the space. This is very safe and comfortable, and I'm at ease knowing that my heart can be freed in this way. And let's do it. Why? Because I have nothing to settle anymore on planet Earth. I have nothing to settle. All of it has been settled. All of my debts have been paid. All of my karmic substance has been reduced basically to a minimal. And that's it. So I'm like what? I'm like an employee of a company that isn't on the wage or a payroll, that isn't supposed to come in. You don't have to come in at a certain time or go a certain time. There's no rules for you. There's no dress code. But once in a while you come, or if you want and things happen, then people just pay you on commission, okay? So I'm like a free agent here now on planet Earth, which most of you are not like this. Most of you are bound by this planet. You're bound by the Earth, the very Earth itself. Cheers, Shiva Shambho. By the way, I appreciate you sticking up until this point with me. And, okay, please. I always judge how well received my videos are by the like button ratio. So if you watch this video, just like this video, okay? Like the video. Click the like button. There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's next? This is what I wish for you, my friends. I wish for you to die without dying. What does this mean? You have to die today, but keep your physical body alive and safe and have your life be perfectly normal and healthy and fine. What? That's a contradiction, you might be thinking. It's not. Because I've already died. All right? So in this lifetime, you die two times, or you potentially can die 2 times. Usually, most people, the run-of-the-mill, uninstructed worldlings, as the Buddha called them, the run-off-the-mill, uninstructed worldlings, the beings that don't pay attention to wise men, do not listen to the teachings of the laws of nature, do not follow morality, do not meditate, do not acquire wisdom, do not listen to the noble ones. These beings just die once. They get born, they run around for some time, and then they die. Having learned nothing, you'll repeat this process over and again, not in the same way, in a new way, thinking that it's a brand new existence, but you're basically going in a cycle. You're going in a loop, you're going in a circle. And having been through the process of amnesia, the birth process being so difficult, if you get born as a human being, that's a big if. If you come back as a human again, that's remarkable, but, it's not easy. And again, you don't remember anything. You think, oh, life, but you're doing basically exactly the same thing, all right? And you just die having learned nothing, that's it, Suffering will continue, is what I'm saying. Suffering is inevitable there. But, big but, and I cannot lie, if you meditate, you follow the 5 moral precepts, which are, by the way, do not kill living beings, do not steal from anyone, do not take what is not given, do not use your speech in a harmful way. There's nuances to the speech thing. Lying, abusive words, divisive speech, and idle chatter, basically useless chatter. Do not abuse anyone with your sexuality, and do not intoxicate your mind. These are the 5. So you practice the 5 moral precepts, you meditate, you acquire wisdom, you listen to the teachings of the noble ones. Okay, I'm a noble one here. You listen to the teachings of wise masters, the Buddha and Agastya Muni and whatever other masters have lived on this planet Earth. And basically you pay attention to life. You can die even today, but keep your body. All right, what does this mean, my friends? Death is an inside story. It's inside of you right now, even right now. Death is constantly with you. It's like, the Grim Reaper, they represent the Grim Reaper is like a little being. It's kind of like this, all right? Death is like right here in me. Hey, are you here? Yep, I'm here. Okay? And just 1 second. That's how it is. That's how that's like. So death is a being that's always with you. Also there's little cartoons where it's like a good little thing that comes, a good little angel on your right shoulder and a bad little angel on your left shoulder. Well, life is a process that's happening. It's constantly here with us. And similarly, simultaneously, death is also a process that is constantly with you. And it just hasn't fulfilled itself yet. All right? So you don't have to wait until the time of your 80, 90, or 100 years of age or old age to die. You can die right now, and that's what I wish for you. Why? I don't mean for you to physically die. No, that's wrong. But you need to get this experience within yourself that, oh, there's death inside of me. And, oh, I am going to pass away. This is not a permanent thing. And, oh, whatever else is there. This body is a corpse, essentially. Just, it's being kept together for some time. But you will return there. Let me walk out of the frame here and blow my nose, because I'm a little bit sick. Wow. Not pleasant. I've always wanted to give discourses like this, and I'll be giving discourses like this for millions of people as my viewership grows. So thank you for watching. Well, let's talk about death. Let's continue on the subject and topic. Yes, my friends, so that's what enlightenment is, all right? One of you is very close to that. This person that's close to me and donates to me and very receptive to me and learns from me and just a wise being in general, okay? I'm getting the sense now with you. Very close to this. Hopefully you're watching up until this point. You probably know who you are. You're close to this, my friend, okay? You've done the necessary work. You just need to... I'm scared to say this because it can be taken out of context, but you need to learn how to do this. You need to be twice being gone. You get it? So you need to investigate this for yourself and know that this is inevitable. This is going to happen. And yeah, once you do this, that's what enlightenment is. That's what liberation is. Because there's only one problem here, and it's death. Nothing else. You think you're getting stressed, or you think you have anxiety, or you think you have X, Y, and Z, or a little thing, or a little... Buddy, ultimately, you follow the line of little whatever emotional thing you're dealing with, whatever physical challenges. It's, oh, okay, potentially there's death here. That's what you're afraid of. So if you can experience death and then continue on living, meaning, oh, okay, this is an experiential reality within myself, that's it, you're freed, just like how I am. You can live life freely, knowing that the worst thing that could ever possibly happen to you in life, which is death, is not a problem anymore. It's not an issue. Okay, my friends, if you want to get one-on-one coaching, the price is 60 Canadian dollars. My PayPal link will be the first link in the description of this video. You send me a PayPal link of $60, I will talk to you, I will change your life. If you want to come down here and learn directly from me, learn from Jogi Bishwanath, and attend some courses in the ashram, for example, Kundalini and meditation and various intensive practices like this, make your way down here to New Zealand. It's a very nice and wonderful place. Beautiful nature, beautiful food. Food is still rich with life and nutrients. The soil of this land is very strong. And lastly, but not leastly, shout out to you. All right? Shout out to you. Good job. Keep going. You're alive. That's why I'm saying shout out to you. You're alive. Fantastic. All right? Not easy. Oh, look at all the people that have died. All right? Too bad for them. Haha. You lose. So they died. They can't be here. They can't watch us. You're still alive. Keep going. And this is not a simple thing that you get to watch these videos and listen to these ideas. It's not... most people aren't watching this, okay? And why? Well, because so many factors. People are lost in their own illusions and... No, it's okay. People are searching for boundlessness. but they're searching for boundlessness and temporary pleasures, which is, you're not going to get there. So good job. Thank yourself for paying attention to these things. As always, watch Sadhguru, okay? If there's one thing that I can impart onto your life is to really become more... Let me think about this. No, the gratitude, of course, always needs to be paid, and the respect needs to be demonstrated, and always I'm pointing myself to the higher thing, which is Sadhguru, of course. Myself would not be possible without that man, so the highest respects towards him, my teacher and my guru. And if you don't know who Sadhguru is, if you don't watch him, you need to, and let your life be blessed like that. And that's it, my friends. As always, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Like this video, comment down below, and stay tuned for the next show. Whoop. Goodbye.